Kia ora everyone. We're here today with Julia Battersby, who's the one of the co-chairs of the local organising committee for the clinical workshops this year in August. The theme being, let the spirit of the treaty bind us all together forever. Mm-hmm. So Julia, how do you feel about the upcoming clinical workshops?
It's pretty exciting because we're actually going to be doing something quite different. For each of the speakers and keynote speakers, we're going to have two worldviews. So we're going to have the tangata whenua and the tangata tiriti. They're going to be presenting in the same space, and they're probably in the same kind of topic as well. So it's a different way of looking at these two ways of looking at a particular topic, but how different it is when we engage with Māori, or how do we engage in mainstream.
Cool. So it sounds like there's a very strong bicultural focus
at
these workshops.
Definitely, but it's more of a weaving kind of thing, like we're just kind of putting that together. So as we discussed earlier, we have what happens in that side, the tangata tiriti, what happens in tangata whenua, but bringing it together as a third space and working through together, problem solving, and we're actually being mindful in both cultures. Yeah.
So being able to present in a bicultural way does mean the merging of the two worldviews.
Yeah.
And presenting from that third space.
Definitely. Yeah.
How do you ensure that you practice from a bicultural perspective? What kind of things could people do workshops on or present?
Some of the things that they probably need to refer to that would probably help them is to go back to the OT board competencies, particularly competency 2. There's things like what we can do to be aware of Māori issues, particularly around high mortality, imprisonment. What can we do individually to improve those sort of aspects? Looking at also promoting equal outcomes as well. And we have to also be aware that in different areas, you have to look at your own practice on how you can adapt to make sure that we do really good positive outcomes. So I think some of those things that you need to look at and always refer to your competency and performance indicators as your guide.
Because everywhere, all the areas that occupational therapists practice in, we always have to be mindful of the tangata whenua, of Māori, and how things need to be done differently.
Yeah. And that's what we were sort of trying to do with our clinical workshop. We've got our streams, and it's actually a really good opportunity to have two people who are experts in their particular area. They'll have the opportunity to actually come together and have some kind of kōrero before the actual presentation, but then people will be able to say, oh, that's different, or oh, that's what I have to engage, or do my practice a little bit slightly different. Yeah.
Cool. Thank you, Julia.
Thank you, Georgia.